Hey, welcome to the Strong Roots podcast. My name is Kristin Hill, and we are so excited that you're tuning in today. Our prayer is that you would move one step closer to Jesus through this series. So go ahead and check out this next episode. Welcome back to the Strong Roots podcast. We are on episode 2, and we are talking about the struggle is real. I'm here with Missy. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thanks for asking me.
Oh, I'm just so honored. So, ready to dive into the first question?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are your biggest struggles being a single mom?
Obviously, there is going to be the financial struggle, being a single mom, raising 3 kids, supporting Mark while he's in prison, So that's been a struggle, but the hardest and most difficult struggle is the pain and the heart struggle of being lonely. Knowing that he's not there to help me, if there's a situation with the kids, just having him there to support me and just the affection of not having a hug every day from him or verbally hearing him tell me I love you.
Right.
Just...
How do you feel it? What do you do when you feel that loneliness?
So when there have been a couple of times over the last 3 years that, it has gotten bad. And I definitely don't do it in front of the kids, but I do cry out to God, and I know he hears me. I know he hears my cries. And, I'm just praying that he gives me the strength to, just keep going.
Yep.
And he's given me the strength for sure. So I'm always leaning on him, for everything. If there is a situation with the kids, I'm praying about it, And prior to having Jesus in my life, I was trying to do that on my own,
right.
Trying to figure things out on my own, and it wouldn't work.
No.
So it just didn't work.
Absolutely. So, man, what do you think the biggest struggles your children have been having because of this situation?
Well, I know for one of them, who just finished high school, she's very involved in sports, and Mark was her coach, in a lot of those things. And we just finished with the fair last week. He was involved with the kids showing the pigs at the fair, and him not being there has been really hard for her because she's always leaning on him, how to, get through that basketball game, or, how to show that pig the best way and how to feed it. I mean, he was a very involved dad.
Yeah.
And so, now that he's not there right now, she's had to do a lot of that on her own.
Right.
So
do you think there's been benefits?
It definitely has made her stronger too. But, she's struggling too. She's not following Christ right now. So I know she's hurting.
Yeah.
So, and the other two, we have a daughter that's older, and she's in off doing her thing, and but I know she misses her dad. She was happy to have him there through all those high school activities.
Right.
So once she got out of high school, that's when he was gone, and so she's been working. Not going to college, that was a struggle. That was a struggle she had because she was trying to attend college when all this was going on with Mark, and it was really hard to try and do that.
Yeah. How do you help them through these struggles?
For me, I go to faith. I'm praying to God. I'm asking him, how do I, as a mother, speak to them in ways that that they're going to understand that, this is only temporary.
Right.
It's not going to be forever. I know you miss your dad, and he is, he's here with us, but not physically, but he is here cheering you on. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what does asking for help look like in your situation?
It's been a lot of humility, but more importantly is trusting in God. You know, asking Him to help me get through each day, and being thankful for the people that He's put in my life.
Right.
There's been a lot of people that have sacrificed for us, family and friends. You know, they've given time and energy and finances to us. So it's just being very thankful, you know, and letting them know that I'm so thankful for them.
Absolutely. Because unexpressed gratitude is no gratitude at all.
That's
right?
right. That's right.
So what has been the most helpful thing someone's done?
I would say it's been my in-laws.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a home, you know, to go to after Mark went to prison, and I didn't know if I was going to have to live with family. So they bought a house. They bought a house for the kids and I to live in. And, you know, it was a big sacrifice for them. And it's, you know, it's a house right next door to them. So we can help them, and they've helped us. You know, Peyton mows their yard.
That's awesome.
So it's, you know, it's been, you know, and they get to see the grandkids every day.
Yeah.
So that's been really, really nice.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that they helped you,
Yeah.
but they are receiving blessings from that gesture.
Yes, they are. And, you know, it's been very, you know, it's been very humbling asking for help.
Right.
You know, because we're normally people that, you know, we feel like we're inconveniencing people. But so many family members and friends have, you know, reached out, like, what can I do? How can I pray for you?
Yes.
And it's, you know, I'm just so appreciative.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So how does your perspective change when you view circumstances with eternity in mind?
So I came across this scripture a couple days ago, and it's in 2 Corinthians 16 through 18, chapter 4, 16 through 18. And it says, "Therefore we do not lose heart. Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but what is unseen, since what is seen is temporary, but what is seen is eternal." So for me, that is knowing that this moment, this day, it is temporary.
Right.
And I'm not going to remember it.
So good.
When I am in heaven with Jesus.
Right.
I'm going to be so happy. I won't remember this day. I won't remember, you know, December 5th, 2016, dropping Mark off at the prison. I won't remember that. I won't remember the lonely days, the lonely nights. You know, I won't remember any of that. It will be like vapor. It will be.
That's so good. That's so good.
I mean, I'm always thinking of that. Like I know it's okay.
Yeah.
Because I know victory is won.
Yes.
You know, I have victory in Jesus.
So good. So I just thank you for sharing that. It's just so powerful. So practically speaking, what's some rhythms that you've incorporated into your family life that has kind of brought stability to you guys?
For me, it's waking up every morning before the kids wake up, really before the neighborhood, the world wakes up. You know, I get up and I make my tea. I sit down and I open my Bible. I do devotions.
Yeah.
Mark and I, since January 2017, have written and emailed a devotion every day to each other. We do a marriage devotional. So we've gone, this is our third book we're on.
Wow.
So that's connected us,
Yeah.
you know, in a deeper way.
Have you had a favorite?
Oh gosh, I don't remember, but probably the first one I've loaned it out to somebody, so I'll have to get it to you. But so yeah, we've done that, and so I get to hear his heart, you know, through words, and then other things that I do, I take care of myself. I try and exercise.
Yes.
That's a routine. I have to stay healthy. I have to stay active. So I'm walking at least 5 times a week. And when I'm walking, I'm listening to podcasts.
Yes.
This one.
Yes.
I'm listening to other Christian podcasts. That just keeps me fed spiritually. And then some other things I do, I serve here at church.
Yep.
I stay very active in the church. I lead a small group now. And let's see, what else do I do?
Those are all great things.
Yeah, and the kids, when they go with me to see Mark once a month, we're praying as a family. So those are things that, Mark and I never prayed together before this happened. We got married, we had kids, we weren't following God. So Jesus has been our rock since all this has happened. And we start with him first, and then we do everything else.
That's awesome. So last question. This is kind of a hard one, but what do you feel like God is teaching you through this whole trial?
That one would be to trust him anyways. Trust him anyway, through the hows, how am I going to get through this day? How am I going to pay this bill? Trust him anyway. Through the whys. Why so long? Why is the sentence so long? Trust him anyway. That he has us covered. He's carrying us through. He strengthened our marriage through this. So there are reasons, for the whys and the hows. Yeah. Maybe I don't know what they are.
Right.
But God does.
Yep.
And the other thing is, I have found out that I am stronger than I ever thought I would be.
That's powerful.
But the only reason I'm strong is because of Jesus. That's the only reason. Because when it was, before him, I was in such depression. I had lost weight. I was depressed. I couldn't sleep. But when I gave my life to Christ on December 2nd in 2015, I went to bed depressed. And when I said yes to Jesus, I was joyful and I was at peace. And I slept that very next night. I mean, in the blink of an eye, it changed like that.
I love that.
In the blink of an eye.
That's what he does.
He does. Yeah. You have to come to the end of yourself.
Yes.
And when you do that, he gives you all the strength you need.
He gives you eternal life.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for answering these questions. And thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time for episode 3. And again, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you, Missy.
You're welcome.
See you next time.
If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to follow us on our other social media platforms. We don't want you to miss out on any future content. Thank you so much again, guys. I hope you have a great day. And I want you to know I am personally praying that your roots stay strong.